And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
It's time now for the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. From the smallest towns to the biggest cities, watch the Iowa girl compete for the title of state champion. CISN.TV's coverage of the state tournament is presented by Mid-American Energy, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottlers. Also brought to you by the Iowa Pork Producers, Shields, Fairway Foods, Buena Vista University, the Better Business Bureau. Now let's go courtside at Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines for state tournament basketball.
Hello everyone, I'm Brian Carlisle. Alongside me is Dar Danielson, ready to bring you this Class 4A quarterfinal round game between the number 1 seed Marion and the number 8 seed Fairfield. Welcome to CISN.TV, the number 1 social streaming platform dedicated exclusively to local Iowa sports. CISN.TV. Thank you for tuning in today, folks, as we provide live coverage of the Girls State Basketball Tournament quarterfinal and semifinal rounds. I want to remind you to follow the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union on CISN.TV. Today's broadcast is coming to you on the Mid-American Energy Iowa High School Girls Sports Network. Well, Dar, we've Class 5A's finished up. We've had one game in here on the 4A side with Center Point Urbana taking care of Boone. Now we get to see what they're saying is the number 1 against number 8 with the seeding. Number 1 ranked Marion, 23-0 on the year against a 19-4 Fairfield team. What do you kind of see here with these two?
Yeah, and Marion trying to get back to the title game where they finished runner-up last year, and then Fairfield, their first trip since, 1990, I think it is?
Yes, but 28 seasons.
So
that's pretty wild.
Yeah, so, sometimes that 1-8 seed can tell you something. Other times, we had that earlier today with City High and Valley. Well, Valley was defending state champion. They didn't have the record they had last year, but, and that was a good game for a while. But usually they do a good job of looking at the teams throughout the year and the seedings. And so it's going to be interesting. Marion, the veterans, they've been here. Fairfield, their first time down, do they get stars in their eyes or do they come out and they play hard? And we've seen even at the start a lot of these games, the teams that have been here before, you're a little shaky at the start and then you kind of get your groove and get going. So we'll see how Fairfield reacts.
The Indianola Cedar Falls game was really that true pinnacle of that, because you had a team out of Indianola that it seemed like it took them a quarter to really figure out. And they had been here. Cedar Falls, same thing. Cedar Falls really came out of the gate well, just couldn't sustain it. Indianola ends up winning that game on the 5A side. But I'm with you on the fact that with Marion having been here as many times as they have, this is, like you said, their third straight. But not with the young lady that the Lobe girl, the sophomore, Kayla Lobe, 13 and a half points a game, and the top 3-point shooter for Marion. And then this is one of those stats that I think is one of the weirdest ones that I think I've read in down here. Marion has 4 sets of sisters.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah, and we'll see if it works. Now the Jones sisters work very well for Iowa City High.
Yes.
And worked well together and were tough to stop there. And we'll see how it works out here. But sometimes you see that in the smaller schools too, because more girls go out. It seems like because you have less girls, so you might see more sets of sisters in that.
The two Lobies will start, Mia and Kaba. But other than that, I mean, this team is very balanced. They have two girls that do score 13 and 10 respectively, and everybody else is in that single-digit side. But I'm curious to see on the Fairfield side, because I look at some of the teams that they played. They played Apella, they played a Cedar Rapids Kennedy and Xavier. And Keokuk, and then they avenged the Keokuk loss in the opening round, and then came through and took care of North Scott. North Scott was here last year.
And we've talked about it in other sports too, volleyball and others, where you play the better teams, and that hones you, makes you a little better. You don't get better by playing teams that you easily, pound 20, 30 points. You get better by playing teams where you're going to play them close. You may lose, you may win those games, but it makes you better down the road for this time here when you're in the state tournament.
Well, and to Marion's credit, and I had looked at this earlier, but to Marion's credit, they did beat Indianola, who just won here, and it was not real close. It was 52-36. I mean, so they've got some firepower, obviously. And I'm curious just to see what Fairfield has to bring to the table, because I've not seen them. I don't know much about them.
And we're getting in some. I think 4A, 5A. Sometimes you get into that gray area as to which team is a 4A, which is a 5A. We seem some switching a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Indianola, there's your prime example.
Yeah. They're a good one too. And Center Point, they moved up.
Yep.
And they played 3A, and so.
It's interesting.
Sometimes that spread, it's based on population, but the spread isn't a lot, really, when you look at it on paper.
Well, we're going to get ready to do our starting lineups here as the PA announcer will be getting ready. Starting lineups brought to you by Buena Vista University. So we are going to turn it over to our PA announcer as we get ready with the starting lineups.
Joe Hammond, the PA announcer.
At this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Marion High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state-qualified school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karen Brown of the IGHSAU will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Fairfield High School, Rose Kennedy. And from Marion High School, Mike Combs. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in tonight's quarterfinal matchup. First, the non-starters for the number 8 seed Fairfield Trojans. Number 1, Darby Casca. Number 5, Jill Dunlap. Number 14, Mallory Jones. Number 24, Blair Bowman. And number 25, Destiny Gridley. The assistant coaches for Fairfield are Meredith Flattery, Emily Ellis, Jeff Ryle, and Ron Hunterdoss. Now let's meet the non-starters for the number 1 seed, Marion Indians. Number 1, Leah Van Welden. Number 2, Kenzie Redmond. Number 3, Maddie Knapp. Number 12, Sydney Nielsen. Number 14, Riley Wright. Number 22, Sophie Willette. Number 23, Ellie Harold. Number 25, Ella Van Welden. Number 34, Delaney Rice. And number 44, Olivia Graves. The assistant coaches for Marion are Pete Messerly, Josh Claypool, and Dave Messerly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa for tonight's 2018 IGHSAU Iowa Farm Bureau Girls State Basketball Quarterfinal matchup featuring the number 8 seed Fairfield Trojans and the number 1 seed Marion Indians. Let's meet the starting lineups. For Fairfield, a 5'7" junior, number 2, Ashley Bloomquist. And for Marion, a 5'10" senior, number 4, Chloe Rice. For Fairfield, a 5'5" sophomore, number 3, Shaylin Drish. And for Marion, a 5'10" senior, number 5, Caitlin Smith. For Fairfield, a 5'7" senior, number 4, Ashton Drish. And for Marion, a 6'1" junior, number 10, Randy Wright. For Fairfield, a 5'8" senior, number 11, Amber Nicole Booth. And for Marion, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Mia Laube. For Fairfield, a 6' junior, number 21, Gara Jeffrey. And for Marion, a 5'9" sophomore, number 24, Kayla Laube. The head coach for Fairfield is Brian Witzenberg, and the head coach for Marion is Corby Laube. The officials for tonight's game are Mark Boyer, William Gilman, Sean Peterson, and Christopher Thomas.
All right, welcome back after our starting lineups. Dar, I guess I'm looking at this and I can see Marion is extremely tall.
Yeah, wow.
They come in 6 foot, 5'8", 5'7", 5'7" for Fairfield, but we're talking nobody shorter than 5'9". They go 2 5'9s, a 5'10", 5'10", and 6'1".
Yeah, and I think the key for Fairfield is to stay close.
Yes, and hope you got to stay somewhere in it. Bloomquist with it. Man-to-man defense by Marion here. Now Drish. Dribble penetration, nothing there. Drish going to fire good on a 3-ball. I guess there's nerves are gone now.
Now, Marion didn't switch off. 2 players stayed with the one, and then they kicked it out for the wide-open 3. And, yeah, that always helps the nerves to hit that first shot.
Rice out top. She'll run the offense here for the Indians. Inside-out game. Here's Smith on the free throw line extended. She's going to take the 3-ball and good. You can do it, I can do it as well. Three apiece here. 2-man game right there, just back and forth.
In and out, always makes it 3 easier when you go inside first.
Dribble drive and a shot up and in. Amber Nicole Book. So Rice back into the offense here. Fairfield looks like they're going to stay, looks like their zone. Just following the lower post player across the floor is all. Inside, little up and under, no good, rolls off. Rebounded by Fairfield. Bloomquist with it. Pushing the floor. Drish into the corner. Now coming back out of there is Jeffrey. A lot of one-on-one here.
Yep.
Not a lot of ball movement.
And man-to-man defense there. Fairfield probably in that zone to try to, work with that height disadvantage a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to go man-to-man and let that post really just, they'll dominate, I got to believe. Here's a long shot up, no good. Rebounded by Drish. Here comes Fairfield. 5'3" Fairfield. Book with it. Drish gets it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded out of there by Wright. And Marion controls.
Good penetration, just got in between two defenders and had to put a lot of height on that ball.
3 ball on the way, no good. Off by Lobe, but up and in by Smith.
Now Smith, everybody else stood around watching, and Smith just came in and picked it up and put her back.
You did everything but grab the basketball.
Yeah.
So Drish, penetration, and that ball's blocked by Rice, and now she controls the basketball for Marion. Penetration, kicks it out. Thought that one was going to go up, Dar.
Yeah.
This one is, though. 3 ball, good. Shooter's touch. That's what we called it in the first game. Shooter's touch.
Well, that thing was spinning, and then it stopped the spin and came down and rattled down the hole like Plinko there.
8-5, and we've got a foul on the floor. See if that's on Rice.
Fouls on Marion.
And that's
Lobe on that foul.
Yeah, Marion's first lead, the 3-point lead.
Into the game for Fairfield. Let's see here. Somebody just came in. Let me see where that number is. 14. There she is. Mallory Jones just came onto the floor here for Fairfield. Shot up. Good by Mia Laube. Mia Laube. Let's get her first name correct here. Dribble penetration, kick to the side. Here's Drish. Boy, they are all about the get it to the middle and kick it out.
And that's what I think they have to play against this defense with the size.
Jones on the offensive board. Fairfield Trojans still have the basketball on their end. Down 10-5 here. Drive, kiss off the glass, no good. Somebody's got to grab it, don't they?
No ball.
And it will go to Marion. Now on the floor, number 14, Riley Wright. Replaces Keba Lobe.
And Kara Jeffrey back in for Fairfield. For Shaylin Drish.
Yep, Shaylin Drish will get a breather here with 3:46 on the clock here in the first. 10-5 your score. Dribble drive, shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound. And then we have a foul.
That might go against Wright, I think.
So Book does it all there. Gets the steal, gets the offensive rebound, and then draws foul. Dunlap. Jill. Oh, I'm sorry. Shaylin Drish just came in on the floor. She replaces Bloomquist. All about the cutter here. Shot up, a little flat on that one. Was Jeffrey. Into the front court goes Laube. Back to the zone. It's almost a 2-1-2 zone.
Yeah, it just.
And it will be off of Marion. It will be Fairfield basketball. Now into the game, Sophia Willett, as she replaces Mia Lobe.
Lobby. It's Lobby. No. Since when?
Here comes the drive by Rice. Nothing. I'm sorry. Drive by Drish. Nothing there. Shot up. 3 ball on the way. Strong off the far side by Book. And Marion pushes. And that just a little too far. Turnover on the Indians.
So we're kind of settled down here a little bit, and neither team really getting the offensive range after the 3 and the 2 to give the lead to Marion. But Oilers or Fairfield really needs to work and get a bucket.
Leah Van Welden and now into the lineup here for Marion. Guarding the basketball there with Drish. Marion pretty exclusive on the man-to-man defense, that's for sure. And now we have our stat star.
Yep.
And there's a foul on the backside and a bucket by number 14, Mallory Jones. Makes it 10-7 here with 2:15 on the clock, and Jones will be shooting the free throw. Great pass, great interior pass right there.
Yeah, and way to look for your teammate under the basket.
Van Welden in, number 25, Ella Van Welden, and it looks like Bloomquist is back for Fairfield. Sophia Willett in the game as well. Leah Van Welden. She fires a three ball, no good, hard off the iron. Offensive rebound, no good there. And here comes Fairfield. Great pass, and out of bounds it goes. Knocked off by Wright, as it will stay here with Fairfield.
Give her credit. She hustled down and got into the passing lane there, ran that one down when it looked like Fairfield had a little bit of an edge up top.
She was the last player because she's the one that tried to get the shot off.
Nice.
So great hustle, like you said.
Good block there on the defense.
There's a pass to Van Welden, kiss off the glass. She got too deep. And Marion will control. It'll be Lobe. Dribble penetration. Looking inside, just missed Van Welden. Boy, she has great penetration. She had great angle. Marion moving the ball here, not even dribbling. Cross court, three ball on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, and then a shot, an offensive rebound by Wright, and then Willett on the shot. Boy, that ball never touched the floor.
No.
It never dribbled.
Kept it going.
Jalen Drish with it. Kicks off to Book. And she's looking to penetrate. And there's going to be a foul on Leah Van Welden.
Good patience there.
Yeah.
Drove. Waited till she saw the opening, then drove, then forced the defender to commit.
You know, Fairfield, they're definitely trying to force the issue just getting to the free throw line. They shoot it at about 63% for their team. They have one girl at 81, which is this young lady right here, and then everybody else is like in the 50s. I get the idea of trying to get to the line, but you got to convert.
Yep.
And there she does. So it's a 2-point game here. 12-10 your score. And Marion into the front court here with Lobe. Trapped in the corner, a great trap, and then off of the leg of the Fairfield player. It must have been Drish. Marion controls the basketball. Three ball on the way. Good by Kaba Lobe. 15-10 your score here. As we're winding down the first quarter. Bloomquist looking to go. Marion on the floor. She's going to get the shot up, and she does not. So that's going to end your first quarter with your score 15-10. We'll be right back after these messages.
To buy trucks at Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Up to $13,000 off MSRP. Select new 17 Ford F-150s. And up to $8,500 off MSRP. Select new 17 Super Duties. Schottenkirk Ford, the truck stop. Up to $13,000 off select new F-150s. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. The truck stops here. SchottenkirkFord.com. The Des Moines.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me. Because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, x-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Welcome back here, Brian Carlisle, Dar Danielson.
And Fairfield shooting just 23% from the floor, while Marion shooting almost 43%, 6 of 14. And Fairfield having trouble finding the bucket against this taller team here.
Yeah, and you know, you look at the individual stats, what you got, Book with 4, Ashton Drish with 3. Marion's pretty much sharing it. There's about 4 or 5 players with 3 and 2, so getting some balanced scoring from Marion right now. And let's see how Fairfield starts this first possession of the second quarter. And there will be a foul on number 4, Ashton Drish, as she took the shot, wasn't able to get it.
Yeah, and I mean, they were patient there and took a pretty good shot. It just didn't fall. And they end up turning around getting the foul there. But that's their first team foul here.
Yeah, Marion's got 4 here so far. As Rice will control here to start the second quarter. Right on her right, and 3 ball on the way. Boy, that looked good from here, just a little bit short, front of the iron. Rebounded by Drish. So here's some Shaylin Drish with it. Drish. Penetrating. Nothing there. Kiss off the glass and no good. Good rebound by Willette.
Seems like they need somebody out there when she penetrates to kick it out to. There was nobody on the wings to get that ball to when she got in there, because Marion is sagging in on her when she drives.
3 ball on the way and good. And Lobby. Kaba with the 3, 18-10. Fairfield took a quick timeout. Back to what you were kind of alluding to with her dribble penetration. The thing that's not happening is they're really not spreading the ball around. I mean, it's a single person going in.
Driving in and out, and then she threw up a shot, and not a real good shot there. You need to drive in and then kick it to somebody who's out there, because when that defense sags in to stop the drive, then it's open more on the outside.
You should have a couple of players open, you would think. But Fairfield down 8 here. We'll reset it here. 14 fouls for Marion, 1 for Fairfield. Winner of this game will take on Center Point Urbana, 1:30 on Thursday. Follow the Class 5A is set with Johnston and Iowa City High at 10 o'clock on Thursday. Iowa City West Indianola, 11:45. CPU and the winner on this one.
Yep, and then we have Grinnell Mason City tonight to wrap up today's action, and then the final 4A quarterfinal starts over tomorrow morning.
10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We get to start this all over again. Full court press here by Marion, as Knapp is right there with Book. Let's see if she's going to look to penetrate. Bloomquist off to Drish. Marion's doing a great job of switching just enough to shut down that dribble drive.
Yeah, jumping off that screen there.
And then we're going to get the foul on that. Let's see if we're going to get Rice here. Yep, we are. Chloe Rice on that foul.
She got the foul, but she's playing pretty well out there. That last time she jumped right off that screen and stopped the drive.
Ashton Drish coming onto the floor, taking Bloomquist off.
And you can do that if you know you got help and you play good defense, and they are. Marion's playing good overall team defense.
They are seeing everything very, very well, like you said. There was a pass that was knocked out of bounds, so it'll stay with Fairfield here. Toughest spot, one of the toughest spots to get the ball in is that corner over there. So it'll be Drish with it, controlling the offense here. Here's Sutton high screen, and Wow, she didn't want that one. Kisses that one up off the glass. Knocked around. And it'll be off of Marion. It'll stay here. Off of Knapp. Back on the floor. Number 5, Caitlin Smith. And she will get Chloe Rice. We may not see Rice probably the rest of this half, I'm assuming, with those 2 fouls.
Probably not.
Here's Book with it. See if she's going to try to go, looking for some kind of screen. No, they just clear it out, don't they?
Yep. And again,
trying
good
to
defense,
go.
though.
You betcha. Pushing the floor here. Lauby. 3 ball on the way. A little long off the iron. Nice rebound by Book. 1 and done right there for Marion. Well, we'll have to take a look at the stats on the 3-point goals, but it looks like Marion's around 40% right now. Fairfield's 25, I think. 1 for 4 and 4 for 10. Marion pumps up a lot of 3-point goals. Shot on the way, no good. Control out of there, and we will get a foul.
It's going to go against Ashton Drish, I think. Yep.
Was it Drish?
Yep.
So Ashton Drish on the foul.
Marion 4 of 11 from 3-point range and just 1 of 4 for Fairfield. And their shooting percentage has gone down. It was 23% at the end of the first quarter.
Now we're under 19, 18.
Yeah, now we're down about 18. Well, now just updated 17.
Oh, just updated again. Now we're, 16-7 here. You know, a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're getting that penetration drive and then getting up a shot that, you know, maybe they can get later in their offense, but
need a few more passes and working the ball a little more.
I see that's the difference I think I've seen so far here. Now, they're not making their shots, but boy, are they getting, that rattled in and out. And Fairfield will control, and here comes Book. Randy Wright was not able to get that one to go at all. She was there with everything. She does get the rebound. Kicks the ball up ahead. And Smith kicks it across. Now, Marion will reset. Little one. Is it still a 2-3 or they're...
It's almost like a
1-3-1. Yeah, they switched it out to a 1-3-1 here. So they have trouble on the back, or help on the backside. Here's the 3 ball on the way. No good. Fairfield controls. Shaylin Drish on the drive. She's going to pull up. Yeah, I don't think she wants to drive there.
No.
3 ball on the way. No good. Now controlled by Lauby.
You come down and you see 6'1" Randy White. 6'1" Randy White. You're not going to drive in against her.
A shot up off the glass, no good. That would be a foul on number 14, Mallory Jones. Kind of stuck the leg out, slowing her down.
Number 14.
So with 3:45 on the clock, 18-10 your score here. Marion ahead, and they will trigger.
And Fairfield's not scored yet in this quarter, and Marion's only scored that 1-3, so it's not been a
stellar
offensive,
performance.
powerhouse here yet.
It's not an offensive juggernaut. Is that what I'm hearing, Dar?
Yeah.
So Smith kicks inside to Wright. Wright with the left hand, a little hard off the glass. You know, Fairfield's doing just enough on that defensive end to just kind of throw the shots off. What a move. And a nice follow by number 21, Kara Jeffrey. And Fairfield is on the board here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it took them just about 5 minutes in.
Almost 5. Van Welden. Smith kicks it across over to Knapp. 3 ball on the way on this corner, and this one is good by Lauby, Kayla Lauby.
Well, that's one thing they don't want to do is trade 2 for 3s. You're better off to force them to go inside and match 2 for 2 right now.
So here, as Drish controls the offense, looking inside, nothing there. Boy, nice hard drive by Ashton Drish. They're a 1 speed, and I'm going into the hole. However, I've got to get there, I'm going.
Putting it up, yep.
21-14, 7-point game here as we come up, getting closer to the 2-minute mark. Three ball on the way, no good. And we're gonna have a foul, and we're gonna go the other way. See if that one's on Knapp.
Maddie Knapp, I think, wasn't it?
Yep, Maddie Knapp on that foul for Marion. Back on the floor, number 14, Riley Wright. And Leah Van Welden.
Boy, Marion's pretty deep on the bench. They go really deep there, don't they?
This is 10, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're 10 deep.
Yeah, they've been going in and out, 10 players, and we'll see. That might play a big.
Fairfield goes 10 as well.
Yep.
So, unless they just all take their top, just lose the warm-up gear. Book on a three, good. That young lady has a knack for scoring.
Yep.
And it's a 4-point game. So Kavalabi. Marion controls still here. Right. Ball stolen away. Here's Book. Little pull up. No good. Now on the other way is Lobby. Ooh, surprised they did not show that.
Oh.
And not looking for the ball was Leah Van Welden, trying to push it up ahead.
So Fairfield's got a little bit of a mini surge going here. And that was a smart play last time to pull up and not go for the layup. Just left the shot a little short, but.
So Gridley on the floor and Jones on the floor.
It'd be big for them if they could get a bucket here.
Yep, coming up on that 1 minute, and instead it's a turnover. As Book was throwing it, and they had cut the wrong way.
But they're staying close. It was up to 9. They got it back down to 4 now.
They actually are winning the quarter, Dar, 7-6, which is good. I mean, you got to start somewhere. It's similar, just what we had talked about earlier. It's almost similar to the Indianola game.
Yeah,
Indianola came out. They were down. Cedar Falls came out and was 25-14 at the end of the first.
Yeah.
Fairfield got their feet underneath them here, and they really have had a pretty solid second quarter. I mean, score's not indicative.
They finally hit another 3, so they're now 2 for 6. They were like 1 for 5?
1 for 5.
Yeah. And
they don't live and die by that 3 ball, though. I mean, they're 6 of 25. They could be winning this game if they're even hitting 50% of their shots. Right now they're at 24%.
So we see a discussion over there where the officials on, not sure exactly what, but now they're talking to the coach.
Yeah, we don't have a clarification there.
And now they'll go over and talk to Coach Witzenberg, explain what.
Yep, Corby Lauby, 15 years coaching. 6 with girls, 9 with the boys. 222 wins, 119 losses on the season, on the year. Or in his, what do we have?
So there's discussion about which
player got the foul. Right.
And so they're talking it over now.
I'm not sure they still have the clarification on who's who. Both coaches are doing some talking to the officials.
Yeah, and they're
I can't tell if they're assessing it to when it was Marion or if it was a foul on Fairfield. That's
the way Coach Lauby looked, I didn't think he liked what they were talking about.
So I agree with you on that.
Might be going against them because the look that he gave them after they walked away was one of those like, okay.
Yeah, he's still doing some head scratching.
Yeah. And Coach Witzenberg there, he's pretty. You see him on the screen. He's pretty happy. Where Coach Lauby,
Lauby just gave the thumbs up and said, "Okay, let's go.
Let's play it." Well, one foul is probably not as big a deal as if they missed a bucket or something. But
if they get it on the wrong person, that puts them with 2 or 3 fouls.
Could later in the game. But
yep. So right with the basketball as Marion will trigger here. Van Welden into the corner. Boy, Fairfield very, very active now on this zone. Here's a 3 ball on the way. No good off the left side of the iron. Lobby miss, and it will be Fairfield into the front court here. Let's see if they're going to hold or if they're going to try to attack here. Drish swinging the basketball here. Gridley. And a steal by Caitlin Smith, and it will be Marion basketball.
You just can't afford to have a mishandle with the ball because they're going to be right there on you.
They're very aggressive defensively. Good ball movement here by Marion. First dribble of the thing, and there's a turnover. As they get it to Book. And let's see now if she's going to have to go here. She got under there. Step back three, no good. And that is going to do it here for the half. With your score, Marion 21 and Fairfield 17. We will take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
Stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want to get...
All right, welcome back here. Halftime of the Class 4A, Marion and Fairfield. Brian Carlisle, Dar Danielson. Well, Dar, let's kind of talk about the stats. If you're out there watching and you love stats, you're probably not going to want to listen to. I'm just saying it's not been what I would say is an offensive pretty show here.
No, it hasn't. But the stat that Fairfield's got to like right now is they took it from 9. It's at 4 here at the half. They made a little comeback there. They are shooting just a little better than what they were, 23%. Only 2 of 7 from three-point range, while Marion's shooting 33%. Their percentage has gone down, but 5 of 16 from three-point range. Fairfield 3 of 3 free throws. Marion has not shot a free throw. Marion 5 turnovers, Fairfield 3. So, and then they were outscored. Fairfield outscored them 7-6 in that second quarter to come back there. So, yeah, not a high-scoring affair here, but as we talked about it for Fairfield, you got to like that they're staying close. And it's going to be key, I think, coming out of the halftime, the third quarter, to see who comes out strong on that.
I got to believe, too, and it's just my own personal opinion, but I got to think you got to see some cleaner basketball if you're Marion.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You got 5 turnovers, which are not a lot in a high school game, but you really aren't. You're not hitting your 3. I mean, you've shot 16 three-pointers. You've hit 5. This could be a completely drastic different game. You know, either one of these teams are hitting 50% from the field.
It did seem like it changed up a little bit for Marion when they went to that, switched the zone up a little bit.
Zone.
Went to 1-3-1 from the 2-3, and that seemed to, then they did seem to know where the gaps were a little bit. Maybe
exactly.
I haven't seen that as much.
I guess in my mind, if a KB Lauby and Smith and Wright start finding their 3-ball, though, this could get
out of
tough.
hand quickly.
It could get out of hand. So I'll be very curious to see how this first or second possession of the second half, because Cedar Falls will start with the basketball. So it's going to get interesting. I'm sorry, Marion will start with the basketball. So let's going to take a quick break here, Dar, and we're going to get ready for our interview here. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes.
And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is
doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future. The ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Building a...
Welcome back here to Wells Fargo Arena. Brian Carlisle alongside me, Tom Kinseth, the AD from Ankeny Centennial. He's actually doing double duty here as his girls are standing here on the floor doing their dance routine.
They've done a great job all year for us, yep.
Let's talk a little bit CIML here. Obviously, you're going to be a little biased to that anyway, but, it's a tough day to start with Johnston Waukee. There goes one CIML, Dowling. And then Indianola pulls quite a game out with Cedar Falls. But talk about the CIML in general with you guys and the Hawks and everybody else.
Well, the CIML is, top to bottom, one of the toughest conferences in the state. We're pretty prejudiced with the fact that we're going to play somebody tough night in, night out. And it's never an easy night that you walk away from the CIML. The coaching staffs at all the schools, all the venues are top notch. And, it's a battle every time you step on the floor. But, just seeing what the CIML has brought to the state tournament here with all the schools and representation from there, it shows what we have in our conference.
You guys have been now in existence how many years?
This is our 5th year.
So kind of walk me through, because early on, that's got to be a little bit of the growing pains world for you guys. You have the Hawks on the other side of town.
Yep.
The town splits. Talk us through that for somebody that's never seen it or gone through it. How hard is that to really get that to work?
Well, coming in to Ankeny Centennial, I know there was a lot of talk of the town splitting in 2 high schools, and we'd never be able to compete at the state level like we have in the past. I think I lost something there. There we go.
We're back now. He kicked.
But we've the first night out, the first fall, we won the state boys golf contest or golf meet. We won the state meet with the first year of the split. We followed that up with a volleyball state championship right away. And from then on, it was just up and running. And our coaches have done a great job. Our kids have done a great job. And our community has done a great job supporting our kids, both at Ankeny Hawks and Ankeny Centennial. Yep. The community has really stepped up, and they really support the young people in Ankeny.
And really, that's all you can ask for as an AD, as a school. As long as everybody says, "Hey, we're gonna be able to support both of these schools as they start this journey of splitting." Now, I will ask, you guys aren't ready to split again, are you?
I don't think not for a while. It's going to be a while before we split, but. Ankeny continues to grow, and it's just amazing. 5 years ago, and there was probably 10 houses around the high school when we got there, and now it's just completely filled in. So it's growing like crazy.
So, and I can tell you from my vantage point, being when I had my kids in school, the farthest street was 18th,
right?
Because he used to play. He'd go play baseball right there.
Yep.
And now. It just seems to go a lot farther north.
Well, I used to, coach at, from another school, from Fort Dodge, and when we coached at the stadium, behind the stadium on the west side, that was cornfield.
Wow.
And now that's all filled in with houses and Prairie Ridge Sports Complexes there, and it just keeps on going west. So I do remember the time, and I'm old because it used to be cornfield.
Yeah, it's been quite a transformation for Ankeny as a town. Who I work for, we've watched two of the stores come in. We're talking about having a third Hy-Vee come in there.
Right.
So I get all of that, but let's go back to the other schools that you guys face day in and day out. It has to be a really good feeling knowing that you guys can be competitive with the Waukees and with the Dowlings and with. It's been fun. I've kind of traveled and kind of watched the CIML from afar. It is. Day in and day out, no doubt about it. It is the toughest conference out of all the sports. Right. Just every sport, it seems like it.
We, and the coaches do a great job, and our kids do a great job. It just doesn't happen. The coaches, they don't have summers off.
Not anymore.
They coach, and the kids come, but we really embrace a multi-sport, multi-activity, student in our schools. We want them to be involved because this is their time. You never want to finish high school and say, I wish I would have went out for you want to do it now.
Absolutely.
So we really try to embrace that, and a lot of our coaches, a lot of our activity people embrace that multi-sport, multi-activity student, and we work it out. If we can't work it out, then I got to work it out for them, and I don't want a kid to choose between an activity. We want them to do it both.
You betcha. Well, Tom, I'm going to let you go here. We're going to get a quick break. Tom Kinseth, AD,
thank you very much.
Ankeny Centennial, thank you very much for coming on. We'll be back after these messages.
It's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Here's to Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price, $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox, $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs, $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price Event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com. The Power Price Event, Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee.
All right, welcome back here. Dar Danielson alongside me, Brian Carlisle here, as we are just about a minute away, a little over a minute away from the start of the second half. Dar, I guess I'm going to look at you this way. I'm going to put you as a coach in on the spot here. If you're Fairfield, you love to score. You're right.
Yeah.
But where do I get buckets here? Because the other thing that they're struggling with, if they can't hit that three ball, I don't know that they're going to be able to penetrate much more here. The height and size of Marion has really been effective for the most part. Fairfield has been able to get a few in there, but where did this come from? I honestly think it's got to come from Book.
Yeah, and I think they need to move it around a little more, and then Marion came out of the locker room a little bit later than Fairfield, so I think there was a little talking in there about taking care of the ball a little better and, getting some better shots here. And let's come out, start the third quarter, and try to, get a little distance between us.
I wonder if that also was, can we start playing Indian basketball?
Yeah, yeah.
You're not the number one team coming into this tournament if you have not had a great year.
Yeah.
And this team has 23-0 from the WAMAC Conference there, Lynn County, 18-0, 14-0. I mean, just a sensational year. And I looked at a lot of their scores. When you beat somebody 72-2, you can play defense.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm curious. You and I know it. We've talked about it before. The 8 best teams usually somehow get down here.
Yeah.
And Fairfield may have a few losses under them, but they're no slouch, and you can see that. So I'm curious to see how Marion attacks and how Fairfield attacks here. 1-3-1 looks like it's going to start. We're having fun with this.
Yeah, our computer keeps going out on us here.
Yeah.
There we go.
We need to talk to that Paul Yeager guy about maybe not having a timer on this thing. Yeah. And here we go. It'll be Marion basketball here as Chloe Rice will bring it up. Lauby with it. Kaba back to Rice. Smith and Rice out here on this side. Inside they go. Kick out, swinging the basketball. 3-ball on the way. And just like that, Chloe Rice, 3-ball. And it's a 7-point game.
And there's it was a 1-3-1 again, but they rotated around to get the ball away from that top defender. And got the open look.
Yeah, and there was all nylon. Jeffrey with it. Hands it off to Book. And she's looking to drive. Nice step under. Nice. Wow. Tie up, and it'll stay here. It'll be Fairfield basketball. She had a great drive right there.
Yeah.
Slicing through, but a good job by Marion to hold that basketball.
Defender got the hand in there.
Yep, that was right.
Yeah.
Dropped inside, off the glass, left-handed, no good. Right on the rebound. And she's been a force under there. And here is Rice into the front court. She's going to feel another one. And back-to-back threes by Chloe Rice. And it's a 10-point game. Book into the front court. Looking to dribble drive, nothing there. Good screen, shot up, kiss off the glass, and good by Jeffrey. And we're down to a 8-point game. There's Wright on the drive, trying to get the drive, kiss up off the glass, and good. And Marion's coming out and pretty red hot here, hit their first three.
And Wright is just taking it to him.
Here's Boot, kiss off the glass, no good. Lobby with the rebound. Up ahead to Rice. Kiss up off the glass, no good, and she will head to the free throw line. So Chloe Rice shooting it at about 77% from the free throw line, will step for two.
So this first 2 minutes are a little more rhythm out of Marion. They're shooting the three, driving, and then they get the kick out on after the rebound.
First one up and good. Yeah, they've, what are we, minute and 45 in, and they've put 9 on the board already. So, yeah, that's effective. And make it 10. So already scored 10-2 here in the quarter, and we're just a minute and 45 in. So Fairfield, to see if they have an answer here. Kick to the corner to Drish. Penetration, ball tapped away. Lobby with it. Kicks it. Smith, no good, hard off the iron. There's Rice. Boy, she's been active. Very active quarter here from Chloe Rice.
They're attacking the boards.
And Boot with it. Drish going to come and set a screen for her. Marion's kind of got that figured out now. They're just going to step out and hedge that screen.
Outscored them 12-2 here to start the third quarter already.
Her first team foul number 1 in the second half.
Fairfield with the basketball here. Man-to-man still here for Marion. A lot of looking to penetrate one-on-one stuff here. Here's Drish. Shaylin out top, holding the basketball. Shot up off, no good. Rebounded by Wright, and here comes Marion.
Again, contesting those shots. Marion not giving an easy open look.
Smith on a three, no good. Good rebound by Boot. And now she's going to push the floor. And a foul on Lobby. Kaba on that foul. Nicole Boot. So Boot to the free throw line here. 14-point game all of a sudden. This thing just didn't, it just got away from them quickly here. And that first free throw up and good.
For the 2 quick threes to start the quarter. And then that stretches the lead out to 10, and then you get a little worried, for Fairfield. It's hard not to come down and then throw up the shots quickly.
Riley Wright, number 14 for Marion, and number 14, Mallory Jones for Fairfield, step into the game. And we are going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after these messages.
It has become something of a lost art. Remembering someone's face. Remembering a name. They're the building blocks of a strong, caring community. Can you think of anything else more important than that? We can't.
All right, welcome back here. Brian Carlisle alongside Dar Danielson. And Dar, I guess, the one thing I think Fairfield was kind of hedging on is, we had it at 4. It's a 4-point game at half. Come out, establish something. They've really had a tough time establishing any offensive rhythm right now.
No, and Fairfield took it to them there. Fairfield did just that. They came out up tempo. They got a couple threes. Marion got a couple threes, and then they're pushing the ball. They've ratcheted up the defense a little bit. Everything's contested, so Fairfield's got to find a way to get some offense going. Looks like they're going to pressure a little bit.
1-2-2, three-quarter court press right here, just to kind of change the look here, but we'll see how it does. So as Rice will control here, we're going to stay in that zone. As Wright swings it back. Here's a shot up lobby. No good. There's Wright, and that's going to be off of Marion and out of bounds. I tell you, Randy Wright is she's really aggressive down low. She does a good job of getting her hands on the basketball. And Redmond will bring it up here for, Bloomquist will bring it up for Fairfield. Looked at the wrong side there, Dar.
She disrupts on defense, too, down there. Yep.
Drish looking to drive. There's just no, I can't get the continuity to go.
Yeah.
Bloomquist. And that ball's tipped away. Look who's got her hands on it. And that's right. She's got quick hands. Kaba Lobby to Rice, back to Lobby. Marion moving the basketball, sharing it well. 3 ball, good by Riley Wright. And now 15-point lead here for Marion. 36-21 here. Here's Book looking to get the screen. She's got Lobby on her. She steps back. No good off the front iron. There's Lobby with the rebound to Rice. Rice crossover. Nice play right there. Chloe Rice.
Yeah, she looked back to see if anybody was coming up to help her, decided no, so she took it right to the hoop.
Nice. She did one nice step, hard second step, and up off the glass. She really has been, she's had a very productive quarter here. Shot up, no good. Saved by Lobby, and here we go.
Fairfield getting very few second shots here.
Yes. Just wanting it a little bit more. Rice will be fouled. So Bloomquist on that foul.
Destiny Gridley and Ashton Drish coming in.
Yep, Gridley and Drish coming in for Fairfield. 2 team fouls apiece here so far as we are coming up to 2.5-minute mark left of the third. Lobby kicks it across. Nice cut, nice find. Great pass by Willett to Wright with the bucket, and all of a sudden this thing is a 19-point game. Nice drive by Book, Nicole Book. 42-23 now your score. As Marion starting to find their rhythm a little bit. And those are starting to fall.
You get in the drive, and then the outside will start falling too. It all kind of clicking together now.
45-23. This thing is now ballooned to 22. Drish on the drive. 3 ball on the way. Good by number 25, Destiny Gridley. They're going to need to find a lot more of those. Now just keeping the ball out. 3 ball. Good. Riley Wright. That's her second of the quarter.
Almost looks like she's pushing at a two-hand shot, doesn't it? Kind of the way she shoots it, but it's effective.
It's very hard to tell what hand she is.
Yeah.
Nice rebound right there by number 4, Ashton Drish. And out of bounds, turnover on Fairfield. Marion basketball. Ella Van Welden. And Bloomquist back in for Fairfield. Still at a 1-2-2, 3/4 court press here. Rice. That's how you break it pretty cleanly.
Yep. Don't even put it on the floor.
It seems just fairly token is all that pressure really looks for, just to give them a different look. Looking inside, nothing there. Looks like Wright's going to get a. Yep, she is. As Randy Wright was getting a break on the drive, number 14, or Riley Wright. She's come in and gave 8 points here.
Yeah.
Cross court pass to Drish. Fairfield with Gridley. Looking for anything here. Ooh. 3 ball, no good. And then on the end line, out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on Fairfield. So with 12.6 left here in the third, it's a 21-point lead for Marion, 47-26. And we'll see if they just hold for the last one here. Rice will bring it up for the Indians. Cross court. 3 ball, good by number 22, Sophia Willett. And it's a 50-26 lead. We'll take a quick break here and we'll come back with fourth quarter action.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
All right, Brian Carlisle, Dar Danielson. 1 quarter to go here in this quarterfinal action. Marion against Fairfield.
And Marion scored 21 in the first half. They scored 29 in that quarter. So they outscored them 29-9.
Wow.
In that quarter to take this
commanding lead.
51-26.
Winner of this game will take on Center Point and Urbana on Thursday at 1:30.
Correct that. That's 30
points.
30 points in that quarter.
Yep. Hey, I was letting you go with 29.
Yeah.
I was good with it.
That last one was a 3, not a 2. So yeah.
Yeah, and now they're up to 44% from three-point range, 11 of 25. That's a pretty good night.
Yeah, that's a good range from anywhere. You know, the overall percentage, they're shooting 48 or about 49 overall, almost 50%.
And the thing is, I wish you and I had thought about it, but I would have wrote down what they shot at the end of that first half because they've really pushed it up.
Yeah, it was only 20-something, I think.
And another 3 ball. It goes by number 14, Riley Wright. They can't miss. 53. Well, they only gave that as a 2. They must have been only a 2. So 53-26 your score here. As Fairfield running their motion offense here. Bloomquist, and she will be fouled by Laube. So Kaba Laube will be on that foul, and Ashley Bloomquist will be stepping to the free throw line. Shoots it at about 51% for the year. Okay, yeah, I thought it was a 3 from here, so it should have been 54. There we go. We got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she hit a 3 on that shot here. All right, now we're ready to shoot 2, Ashley Bloomquist. Shot up and good.
Number 21, Jared Jeffries, checks into the Fairfield lineup. And in for Marion, number 1, Leah Van Welden.
Leah Van Welden in for Marion.
Just stepped on the floor. Second free throw good by Bloomquist. 54-28 your score here early in the fourth quarter as Rice will control here for Marion. Now Fairfield jumping out of that, going man-to-man. And it counts, and there will be a foul as Sophie Willett drove to the rim, gets the bucket.
And right there we see you've been playing zone, you go to man-to-man, it takes a different, you got to talk more than man-to-man because it's not just let the player slide through, you got to pick them up if there's a screen there.
Bloomquist with that foul, she comes off the floor and Shaylin Drish comes in. And there was the old conventional three-point play for Marion. So 57-28 your score here. Here's Book. Drish. Trying to figure out where she can go here. Looking inside, nothing there. Well, I tell you, Rice really moves her feet well. And there will be a foul. Ella Van Welden on that foul.
Fouls on Marion, number 25.
So heading to the free throw line, Kara Jeffrey to shoot 2.
At the line from Fairfield, Kara Jeffrey shooting 2.
Good on that first free throw. Coming into the lineup now. Bloomquist back. And Gridley out for Fairfield. Looks like they're back to their starting 5 here is Fairfield. That free throw up, no good. Controlled by Willett. And it will be Marion basketball here. And now they're back to 1-3. There's a turnover. Drish on with the steal. Up ahead. Ball tipped away. It'll stay here. It'll be Fairfield basketball.
Good hustle by Riley Wright. Got back. Not only was she going back, she got her hands up and made it a huge target to try to throw that ball over the top of her on defense, and that kind of slowed down the fast break.
Maddie Knapp into the game here for Marion as she gives Ella Van Welden a break. Boop fires a long 3. Good. Woo! That was NBA range.
Yeah,
or D-League, G-League, whatever
G-League,
league
yeah.
it is. Step back a couple feet there, did Nicole Book. 1-3-1 defense here now for Fairfield. Marion moving the basketball. Knapp with it. Rice dumps inside. Oh. And somehow.
How did she do that?
Riley Wright just can't miss right now. She can do anything she wants.
Spun around over the head and in.
She actually was looking up, backwards when she shot that shot. The young lady's having herself a game.
Yeah.
Number 14, Riley Wright, her second. Team foul number 5.
So team foul number 5 here on Marion as Fairfield will trigger. Drish. See if she's going to look to go. Steps back. And now we're going to get the turnover on her. On a travel. So 59-32 your score. As Mia Lobby back on the floor. And off will go Riley Wright after she's had quite an interesting quarter already.
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, she's done a little bit of everything. You're right. 13 points by the young lady, though. Lobby kicks across into the corner. Van Welden. 20. Sophia Woolen, she couldn't get any more open. She was doing jumping jacks. Nice block by Drish, and now she's going to run the other way. And there will be a foul on Knapp. Boy, if you had asked Willett, she wanted the basketball pretty bad.
Marion up to 52% from the floor, 46.2% from three-point range. So
yeah, they've really lit it up here in the second half.
You talked about it. The coach probably telling them at halftime, let's play Indian basketball.
Yeah.
And here they're doing it.
They're finding the three range. You know, as a team for the year, they shoot 37%, but I would definitely say they've definitely eclipsed that pretty easily. And they're not afraid to keep hoisting, and they do. Van Welden, all of them look for their shot. I mean, if they get a spot and it's open, they're letting it go. And they're really hitting it big here on the second half. Bloomquist kicks inside. 3 ball on the way. Boy, both of these teams are now starting to find their range.
Find a little bit, yeah. Unfortunately for Fairfield, it's a little late in the game for that.
4:25 here on the clock here in the fourth as Marion comfortably ahead, and they're not done. They're definitely forcing the action. Going to have a foul on Rice after she missed the shot.
Fouls on Marion, number 4, Chloe.
And Marion, I think, eased off just a little on the contesting the Fairfield shots because you don't want to start fouling here, and they don't have to with the lead.
Right.
You know, and we're playing in your belly button defense for a while now, just off maybe a notch, but still, you know, there on defense. But
yeah, and now every foul that Marion does is Fairfield's going to go to the line. So, you know, if you hit some free throws, granted, it's a 26-point lead. I get that.
But the one way to get back in it is to get points with the clock
Points
stop.
with the clock stop, you bet. So 62-36, make it 37 as Ashton Drish hits that. Now that 1-2-2 three-quarter court. Van Welden trying to run the middle here for them. Here's Laube up to Van Welden, and here comes the attack mode from Marion. Laube right back into the corner. Van Welden, good. Leah Van Welden. I don't know how they have just all threes.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Wow. 65-37. 3:45 on the clock here. Here's Boop.
They're up to 50% from three-point range now.
It's unreal.
14-28.
28 threes in the game. Three shot up, no good by Bloomquist. Van Welden back to the lobby, and they are up the floor they come. You know, and I don't know that, I mean, you're right in that they probably haven't contested as much, but on the offensive end, they've not slowed down.
No.
They are still looking to attack and get points.
Yeah, case in point there, didn't get the bucket, but driving right in between two defenders and putting it up.
Kaba, there's a steal. Here's Knapp with it. Good recovery from Laube. To Van Welden, back to Laube. Three ball on the way. No good. Good rebound right there by Bloomquist. That was tough work against the taller
Randy Wright, yeah.
Good crossover. Use the left hand. Kiss off the glass by Ashton Drish. 65-39 as we are almost coming up to the 2.5-minute mark here in the fourth. Marion has had a huge second half here. 44 points in this second half right now. And we're going to get a quick timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it with them, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Welcome back here, Brian Carlisle, Dar Danielson at Wells Fargo Arena, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Just a great overall time down here, Dar. Right? You know, we enjoy this time of year when we come down here and get the Girls State Tournament. It's a lot of fun to call these games as we get to do.
It's busy, but it
is. I would agree. It is busy. And as we are talking, they're back at the action, and Wright and Bloomquist tie up. It'll be Fairfield basketball. And, you know, as you look at this team with Marion, you know, it's a 65-39 lead. They're not backing the basketball out just trying to burn clock. They're still running through their stuff. They're still trying to get, you know, they're improving. They're trying to improve for next game.
Yep.
Obviously. Nice pick right there by Smith.
And Fairfield isn't backing off either.
There's Laube, good. No, and Fairfield's not either. They're not backing down. They're going to fight till the end here. Three ball on the way, no good. And there's Smith with the rebound. Double teamed. Laube. Timeout on the floor. We'll just keep it right here. So
yeah, I think we're going to see a few substitutes come in now.
That's all it was for. So it will be Redmond for Marion. Number 12 is Nielsen. And I cannot.
Delaney Rice, I think, is in there.
Was that 34?
Yeah.
Okay, she's the tall one, but I could not see her numbers.
Yeah, I'd like to look down the bench and see a 6'3" sophomore. There, you know. Wow. Because you're going to lose three seniors out of that starting lineup. But
yeah, Laube and Rice and Smith. But you still have Wright and Kayla Laube. The future's a little bright here in Marion.
Yeah.
Yep, 23 is on the floor. That's Ellie Harold.
That's the way good programs are. They build, you get the young kids interested, you work with them.
Reload.
And you just keep, building it right back in there. And
so it'll be Redmond with the basketball here in this last minute and a half. In 44, Olivia Draves, and she's going to head to the free throw. You know, you put on a new group, and they're just as aggressive.
But I like that, because
I do too.
Having been one of the guys who got in late in the game, and the coaches say, "Oh, don't do anything, don't shoot it, just run the clock out." I'd rather get in there and play
Have
because
fun.
how do you get any experience, especially in the state tournament?
Well, and if you're an underclassman, like you were saying, you don't come and do it here. When are you going to do it? So Gridley on the floor, and also Jeffrey on the floor. Book, and it looks like Drish off the floor here for Fairfield. They gave a valiant effort. There's a lot of guns over here on this Indians team.
Yep. And
pardon the pun with the guns and the Indians thing. I didn't mean it that way, but that just came out as soon as I said it. I went, whoops. But no, Marion has a lot of weapons that they are going to employ. You can see why they are the number one team down here in the 4A side.
And you got to think Fairfield, they're going to say, hey, we got back to state. We don't want to wait another, 28 years before we get back here. And we're Fairfield. This team, these girls can, set the mark for the younger ones coming up that want to work for it and get back too.
They will lose Book and they will lose Ashton Drish. That's the only two that they're going to lose. Because Jeffrey's a junior, Shaylin's a sophomore, and Bloomquist is a junior. So you got a nucleus still there.
Yeah, coming back. It's
just what can they, send in there with it, like a Gridley and stuff like that. So under a minute here, 30s. It's just to rotate some players in. It looks like Blair Bowman, Jill Dunlap, and Darby Casca in on the floor here.
Because I know a lot of times those teams that get down here, it's been a while. It's your first time as a player down here. And you get the taste of it. You want to get back.
Yep.
And especially, you lost. You knew you coming in playing the number one seed, but you want to go back and do better.
Well, and if you're Marion, you still have bigger aspirations, and their goal, they want to come get one. They want that title. There's a pass inside, right back out it goes. Nice cut back across. And stolen away. Harold on the drive, bump, and she is going to shoot two with 14.2 on the clock. And Marion up 69-39. So it looks like the Indians will be taking on Center Point Urbana on Thursday at 1:30. First free throw up and good by Harold.
I could remind people, if they didn't see the whole game or want to see it again, go on to CIS.
Absolutely. Jump on, and the video replay of tonight's matchup, it's in your entirety right on CISN.TV. You can get there by the Girls Association website or CISN.TV as well. So, absolutely, you're going to get both of them. All the games are out there. So with 3 seconds left, Fairfield looking to trigger in. They do. And Drish is just going to hold it, and that will do it. We'll take a quick break, and then we will be back to put the finishing touches on this game.
Starting to buy trucks at Shuttlecourt Ford Indianola. Up to $13,000 off MSRP. Select new 17 Ford F-150s. And up to $8,500
Got a
off
10-second
MSRP.
shut off
Select
on here.
new 17 Super Duties. Shuttlecourt Ford, the truck stop. Up to $13,000 off select new F-150s. Shuttlecourt Ford Indianola. The truck stops here. ShuttencourtFord.com.
Welcome back here, Wells Fargo Arena. Brian Carlisle, Dar Danielson, just putting the finishing touches on this second game of Class 4A as Marion defeats Fairfield 71-39 behind a big day, if you will, by Riley Wright, which that's not even one of your starters. But boy, she had a nice game. Honestly, I think her early second half, 2 threes and the bucket, her wild acrobat shot,
yeah,
really just kind of got Marion going.
She set the tone. Let's get out here and go after it. She ends up with 13. Kayla Lobby with 14. Corey Rice with 15. So good spread on the offense there. And then several other players scoring. 6 for Leah Van Welden. For Fairfield, they're led by Amber Book with 14 and Ashton Drish with 12. Only 2 in double figures there, and then 5 for Kara Jeffrey.
I think the stat that sticks out to me, Dar, is the field goal percentage for Marion and the 3-point goal percentage for Marion. 50% from the field, 14 for 29, just under 50% from 3-ball.
Yeah.
That was not that way in that first half.
No, the first half they were way down there in the percentage, but they came out and turned that around. Third quarter, 30-9, they outscored them, and that kind of set the tone for it.
Yep. Well, that'll do it here from Wells Fargo Arena, where Marion has defeated Fairfield by a score of 71-39. Don't forget, the video replay of tonight's matchup will be available in its entirety later on CISN.TV. For our crew, I'm Brian Carlisle. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for Class 4A quarterfinal action as Grinnell takes on Mason City right here on CISN.TV.
Thanks for watching our live coverage of the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. You can check CISN.TV for a replay of this game. The free coverage of today's game was presented by Mid-American Energy, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottlers, and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
And there's a travel. I expect Riley Jacobs.